January 15th, 2019, Royal Palm Beach Soccer Board meeting.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Seen you guys in so long.
Welcome back, everyone. Feel like we haven't been here forever. Call to order, 6:35 p.m. Roll call, Corinne Corbacero. Here. Fernando Casale.
Here.
Sean O'Connor.
Here.
Amy Santiago.
Here.
Cheryl Sawyer.
Here.
Sue Palma may be running behind schedule.
Matthew has a high school game.
Gotcha. And Shinoy Ragaraj will be joining us shortly. So, reading and approval of previous month's minutes.
I emailed them out after the last meeting, which was it December? No, November's meeting.
All right. And did everybody have a chance to look at them?
Yeah, they look good.
I think I might have looked at them, but it's been a while.
All right.
Why don't we just hold off?
All right.
Okay,
let's hold off on those.
That sounds like the.
Approve them at the next meeting.
That's a good.
But we do need to make sure we read through them.
All righty. So we will.
No, I did. It looked accurate.
We will go over them. We will go over them again, and we'll accept and approve them in the next meeting. Then, treasurer's report. I'm sorry. President's report. We are in the midst of the regular season for registration for the spring recreation season. We're at 340, I believe, as of this afternoon, which is right around par for this time. We will continue with the regular registration up until February 1st, where then the late fee will be assessed. And it'll continue going forward until the beginning of the season. Treasurer's report.
Okay, so we have 2 months worth to do here. So for November, recreational checking started with $3,233.97, ended with $10,272.86, and then in December, that balance carried over, and the ending balance for December was $19,600.42. For the savings, started at $40,140.5, ended at $30,142.18, and then ending of December was $30,143.72. So we had transferred, about 10K over to the checking account at that point for some bills that had come due, so.
Alrighty, would anybody like to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to accept the December ending balance for the checking account, $19,600.42, and the savings account balance at the end of December is $30,143.72.
I second that.
All in favor? Any opposed? Accepted and approved are the treasurer report for the recreation program. DOC report, nothing really going on. Registrar referee report. Shinoy, just in time.
I really don't have much for anything. You got the email I sent last week with regards to the dates for.
Yes, and I just want to go over a couple of real quick, just so we're all on the same page, because I'm confused. On the schedule, I'm showing that we're hosting
About the President's Cup?
323 March 23rd, but the sheet that you sent me said something about February 3rd, which it would be impossible.
Yeah, no, because we couldn't get the village confirmation for February, so nothing was selected for that.
Alrighty, so what do we have then?
I don't know off the top. I was talking about the dates for the teams. I wasn't talking about I'll have to go back and look at that. I don't have that in front of me.
And Hold on one
Well, the
second.
President's Cup that we talked about was going to be the second weekend of spring break for the school system.
Well, this thing here, it shows Commissioner Cup first weekend, second weekend, President's Cup draw, President's Cup roster freeze, round one. It says February 2nd and February 3rd.
Yeah, that's just the dates for the teams that are participating.
All right.
Not for the schedule.
No, not for the schedule. I mean, there's going to be games that weekend.
For round, but that says round one.
Yes.
Part one, and then round one, part two is February 9th, February 10th.
Yeah. Yeah.
So are we not doing President's Cup then?
No, because I don't believe. Crap, I had it in front of me. Shit. What really happened is there wasn't a significant number of teams, especially because it's really the girls that are doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's 17 boys, so that group I believe just automatically goes to round two.
All
Because
right.
there wasn't enough teams in there.
All right.
And that's wherever the location. The dates. The reason I sent you those dates is because just so the teams know that
Roster
they're
freezes.
expected to play there. You know, if they have another game somewhere else or something like that,
All right.
there is no. You got to work around it. So they just need to know the dates. They need to know their roster freeze dates.
So will we be hosting any championship series
I
events?
believe there was one in March, but I'll let you know. I'll have to get back with you on that. I don't have it in front. I don't have all the
All right.
assignments right now.
All right. And the reason I ask is just because I want to be able to submit the
Yeah.
special event deal.
The
to
one
village.
thing I will tell you, the only thing I have coming up is it's not going to be the 2019-2020 year, but the 2020-2021 year. The rates are going up per player. That's from U.S. Youth. So
For what? For
for every player that we register right now, it's $9 per player plus the roster fee. But for recreation, it's $20, I believe, for competitive. Those rates are going to go up.
all right. And those are GOT soccer rates, or are those?
Those are U.S. Youth rates. What basically we pay as a club, you pay to FYSA. FYSA in turn pays U.S. Youth. It's the way it goes. Everybody pays into their membership.
All
So
right.
those rates are going to go up. It's I think $2.25 a player. But how the state's going to divvy it up, it's obviously going to be more competitive. Competitors going to pay a little bit more than rec
All right.
players, and that's how we'll try to figure it out.
Right.
But just that's something for you to think about and be aware of. All the registration rates for like referees and that sort of stuff and coaches, they're again going to go up. Those are just pass-through rates. So as a result, I think
All righty.
the club's going to have to start looking at raising their rates.
We've already.
I mean, I know you guys are
we're going to
on
bring that
board
up.
with, there's not much that you can absorb in terms of cost, so you'll probably end up having to
Yep.
raise the
We're
rates.
we're gonna address that a little later on today.
One of those things. Other than that, rec's gonna get started soon. I mean, if anything much on that.
Oh, that's it.
Referees, if they want to sign up, they can sign up, and it's all online. Same thing, sign up, get your stuff done as fast as possible. I think the referee part is working. The new system that they have this year, for anybody who's been there, it's working a lot better than in previous years. So,
Just so you know, I have like 4 kids. They already take the class in the last 2 weeks.
okay. So
So-
it takes about a month.
No, but so you
Yeah.
have an idea. So
Yeah.
they will send you emails to you.
Yeah, as soon as they get their stuff, just send an email, and I mean,
No problem. I tell them that we have time, because rec started in
Yep.
first week of March. So
All right. Thank you, Shanoy.
If you all could submit those dates to us if you're looking for the rec center to be your location for the training, because we are now the facility for rental groups as well as programming, so it makes a lot of days tight. A lot of church groups on Saturdays and Sundays, so we need to,
yeah, well, for the referee, the
Talk
good
it
part
out.
about it is now it's 100% online. There's
yes, everything
nothing,
online.
it's all online.
everything's pretty much online, so,
Okay.
all right.
All righty. Thank you, Shanoy. Open comments?
I guess that's where I'll do the schedule. I give everybody a copy of the schedule, or is he got that?
I've got it in there. Just wanted to give a shout out to Micah Santiago.
So question, if we not doing the President's Cup, we wanna move the Sunday to that day? That's gonna be the idea?
Well, no, the President's Cup we're going to do the schedule now?
In a second,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Just, we'll get back to that in a second. All right, regular registration, unfinished business. Regular registration is underway. Like I said, we got about 340. Late fees kicking in February 1st. Quickly, field status. Currently, CATS zones 2 and zones 4 are open. Zone 1 and 3 is closed.
What,
As is all of Seminole at this time. Seminole, the maintenance on Seminole is a little behind schedule, I guess, and they're not anticipating Seminole to open back up until last week of February, possibly even the first week of March, which is gonna be very chaotic, because that falls right in place with the beginning of rec. So now we're talking about squeezing all the comp teams in at CATS for that week or two. That's gonna be brutal.
Sunday?
So we will see, we will,
We have
figure it
closed
out.
1 and 3 right now,
Right now, we have 2 and 4.
1 and 3.
because I have teams practicing 1 and 3 right now.
No more, as of Monday, it jumped over to 2 and 4.
Okay, now the other thing for you, I was working on that because I had 2 teams at the same time in these 4 fields.
All right,
So, like I tell Sean, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we don't need lights in the fields. Because I don't have nobody there,
at where?
1 to 4.
Cats.
Yeah, cats, the Seminole, we don't have Seminole right now.
At 1 through 4, no, leave the lights, because we have to, not only just for our competitive teams that are out there, but there's also an adult league that goes out there. So I don't wanna have to
Okay,
They're Wednesday nights.
mess around, they're on Wednesday nights only.
So we don't need lights on Friday.
or Monday.
On Friday, but Friday we'll probably end up utilizing them, because teams will practice while other teams will have games. We'll turn the lights off as needed, I mean, is what it is.
No problem.
Okay, and it's getting really, and I've spoken with the village regarding the craziness of people going out there trying to use the fields, and just, it's just a bad situation right now. So we have to do what we have with, especially until Seminole opens back up again. It's gonna be really hard. And I mean, are they anticipating that going into March, or first of the Seminole closure that you're aware of?
I know that they were later getting the sod put down, and then they roll it out, and then from that point on, it has a certain rest period, and it needs to take root.
Right.
So, you know, when they extend those deadlines, they usually end up going through to those dates.
Alrighty. While we're talking about fields, if anybody has an opportunity to go out there and take just a quick peek on them, Zone 2 just opened back up again. The grass looks pretty and everything, but boy, it's never been as bumpy and hilly out there. This is more so than any, you saw it. It's little peaks and valleys all
We
over
have,
the
we have
place.
that the last season or
bad?
season before.
I mean, it looks like waves,
Yeah,
Which field?
7.
yeah.
The one they just scraped?
Yeah.
I just told you, when I ref him, and some, Alex Tapper, I think he hurt his ankle just running in the middle of the
Telling you,
field.
it's rough out there. It's rough out there. And then I
I think
also,
6 is the same.
six is similar. 6 got a hill
As a
too.
matter of fact, today is Tuesday. I think they're rolling tomorrow. So that's the heavy equipment running across that flattens it out more.
The field that is open currently. All right. Hopefully that'll
The
help.
two, Field 7, Zone 2,
Yeah.
yes.
All right. Good. Because that one's rough. The grass looks kind of nice at least right now. New business. Final spring schedule. Sean, if you'd like to take over on that.
Okay, basically, I'm hoping to start the games on March 2nd, which means we need to start the practice at least 2 weeks before then. Is that going to be,
I was looking at, anticipating March 2nd being the first weekend. I was looking at starting practices
18th,
for the 18th,
18th, okay, that's perfect. then.
February 18th.
Well, we need to.
And I wanted to ask Cheryl if we can get a room in the rec center for February 12th, which is a Tuesday night,
Okay, I'll check.
at 6:30 for our coaches meeting.
So that'll be larger room, CD or the teen room if possible.
We should have about 30.
About 30 people. We don't need any tables or anything like that.
Theater style.
Yeah.
Question, a couple questions I have is, are we gonna be doing that tournament with PB, Palm Beach Soccer
Beach
League?
League.
Wait a minute, hold on 1 second. What day did we just say practices would be starting?
May 18th.
18th.
February 18th.
Yeah, that's not good. Because February, that's President's Day weekend.
Yes,
That's probably not a good day to start.
the next day, the
Why?
19th.
Why is that
Because
not a good?
you have games on Monday. That's a Monday, right?
Who has games on Monday?
The competitive teams.
Where?
Not at our field.
No,
No, no, no,
Yeah,
field.
so what's the problem?
I might not be available.
I'll be there. I can point people to fields. That's
No,
not a
you're
big
gonna
deal.
have the final in 10 a.m., not in the p.m.
Yeah. All right, leave as is then, February
Yeah,
18th.
We can,
Yeah,
we,
we just have to send
February
out a
18th is Monday?
reminder to everybody, because when I got my confirmation registration, it said the 25th.
Was it the 25th? All right.
That's
Well,
what-
I've been telling
no,
everybody.
when the coaches call the parents,
Yeah, they'll
nobody's
let
gonna pay
them-
attention to
they'll let
that.
them know all that stuff.
They don't read that stuff. You're the only one that reads that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, the other question is, on the 20th of, what would that be, April, is Easter weekend. We always play that weekend, even though the 19th is, Good Friday. I don't see any reason to change in that. Are we gonna do that tournament, the small-sided tournament? Do we know yet?
No, I'm gonna check, Shinoy, do you know if when the Palm Beach League will be doing their thing, and if so, are they looking for a facility?
Sure, you're looking for facility.
All right,
All right, who should I call?
Patrick Kennedy,
You can give me his number later? Okay, I'll give him a call
all right.
and see how many goals they need. But then we need somebody to set up who's gonna run the concession stand. Like, we had John and Maria last year, which we don't have now. So we gotta hook a competitive parent
All right.
into
well,
running that.
Well, you know what? The teams that participate in the tournament will have to be able to do something.
Yeah, but somebody's got to organize it. That's what I'm,
And I'll pick somebody.
okay. All right, I'll call Patrick, because that's the weekend, and I'll figure out goals and everything with him. So I'll take care of that part.
All righty.
So then we're good. We're gonna finish up on May, oh, Colleen's birthday. Hey, she's gonna love that. All right. That's it. That's all I got. Thank you.
So then the tentative one you made is right on cue then? The tentative one you made is pretty much right on cue?
Yeah, that's it. We're good with everything. We got the start date, it's fine. If we don't do the tournament, though, we can end a week earlier.
All right.
Go right into the playoffs and be done on the,
If we don't have any problem with rain.
well, I got emergency make updates there for,
I
I got
li- I
3
like
emergency make
Yeah, but
updates.
if we have any problem with rain, the first 4 or 5 weeks, we can use that day in the worst case.
Yeah, right.
All right. All righty. Moving forward, I am currently processing requests that were submitted and creating teams and making coach appointments, trying to get things rolling a little bit. It's every season I think that I'm ahead of the game and that I've created the perfect process. And it seems it gets worse every single season. It's, I love when you send the thing, like, there's a deadline for the requests, and it's like, nobody ever even received an email, it just totally gets ignored, they keep submitting them. So I'm probably gonna shut people out this year, just because it's gotta stop.
You need an exact cutoff date of when you can actually make it work and make it not work.
It's very stressful, very stressful to say the least. Coaches meeting, like I had requested from Cheryl, Tuesday, February 12th at 6:30. And that is it for the recreation portion of our meeting.
Motion to, I need a clock here. Motion to end the recreation portion at 6:51.
I second that.
All in favor? Any opposed? Alrighty. Call to order competitive program, 6:55. President's report, nothing going on. Treasurer's report.
Okay. All right, we have our competitive checking. Beginning with November, started with 29,955.44, ended with 29,731.22. And then for the December ending was 28,372.80. For the savings, started at 10,011.28, went to 10,011.77, that was November. And then December, we ended with 10,012.28. The stipends started in November with 23,974, ended with 12,724, and then in December ended with 11,724, and that is paying half out for coaches and team managers and stuff, so. there you go.
Okay, motion to accept competitive checking account ending balance in December, $28,372.80. Savings account balance as of December, $10,012.28. And the stipend account as of December, $11,724.
I second that.
All in favor?
Yep.
Any opposed? Alrighty, we will accept and approve, or approve and accept the treasurer's report for the competitive program for the month ending December, correct? 2018. DLC report, nothing at this time. Registrar referee report, unless Shanoy has anything he'd like to add. Alrighty, Palm Beach Soccer League, which is our local league over here. Registration for the late season is currently underway. There's no cost for it, so I have submitted something to all the coaches and managers requesting that they support the league and register their teams. It'd be a good way for all the teams to pick up an additional 4 to 6 games possibly, in between the championship series and other tournaments that they elect to participate in.
Now, do you know if somebody's gonna sign in for South Florida? No.
For late season, nobody will be.
Okay. Just Palm Beach League?
Yeah, just Palm Beach League.
Or just tournament?
And tournaments,
Okay.
that's it. Open comments for membership. Anything, Micah? Alrighty.
Wait, real quick, we wanted to confirm, what's the date that we want to have the teams prepay for tournaments they're gonna do, so that, before we as a club pay for it?
I say,
Before we're talking about, like a January.
yeah, I say from this point forward, I would think from this point forward.
To avoid any issues for future.
For the rest of the year. Want to make a motion?
Yeah, well, we kinda said February before, didn't we?
Yeah, it was like maybe February
said
1st,
February
or
1st
latest,
is what it
maybe it
was.
was March 1st. I'd have to look back on
Right.
what we had.
Did we
but-
make that did we make that, we passed that before?
Believe
Okay.
we did.
So everything's got to be paid cash up front as of February 1st for all tournaments. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay,
It's gonna be rough, but yeah.
yep.
Yeah. I don't know if that'll happen
Well,
or not.
getting beat for tournament money is worse. So,
Yeah, all righty, and then this on unfinished business, this is gonna be like Amy's favorite portion of the meeting. Outstanding balances, if we can kinda get an idea for each team, and, I just have such a hard time following that spreadsheet. And I know you've mastered it, and it's like, I just don't get it, I don't know. But maybe each team, if you send that out to each team and just copy me on all of them, just so I can see what's going on for every team.
I mean, I
Um,
did that through December. I
I
sent
saw
that out
that, and
for everybody.
That was like another language. to
Well,
me.
and remember too, I'm doing it, recording per team. So if they make a deposit and it's, 5 people making a $200 payment or a $100 payment each or whatever, you're gonna see the $1,000 for club fees. It's not
Yes.
gonna specify who it
Okay, who
is
and all that
everything.
stuff.
And then if it's tournament stuff,
All right.
some of them I have them broken out by tournament. Some of them is just like a lump, all these all tournament stuff.
All right.
So.
So you've been sending them out?
I haven't been as consistent, but I've sent out several this year, and I did
Right.
just send out as of 12/31, just, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago or something.
Okay.
All right, and then for this not in good standing, the process, I would like Amy, Sean, and myself on this one to kind of be doing this together, just so that we're all aware and we don't miss dates and this and that, because it's, I just don't want to repeat. We were actually fortunate last year to have recovered any of the money this year from the one situation we had.
Do we have a date when that is due?
No, but that'll be coming up. Do you know when the, not in good standing deadline is?
And then is the procedure, should we start off with an email and/or a phone call to the people and say, hey, or with a letter attached? I guess an email with a letter saying, hey, this is your balance, see if you can make payment. Like, what would be your suggestion so we can hopefully not
I
lose
would,
it this year?
I would simply the best way you can do it is, just whatever your primary contact method is, probably email. Email them, do one letter, and says, this is what you signed up for, this is what you owe, this is what you've paid for, what you owe. You need to please contact us regarding making arrangements to submit payment immediately. If this payment's not due, you'll be submitted for not in good standing status. And then if they don't respond, probably with the email within a week or 2 weeks, then you start sending it, that's when you send the same letter, just change the date, send it certified. So you don't have to
All right.
every single week go on to something differently. That's how I would do it, and then
Okay.
you could send them the formal
Almost
letter,
like
and then
we
you can send them
Make a
certified.
standard template.
Yeah,
Right.
well,
Just
yeah,
standard
we
template
pretty
and just
much.
switch your name.
That's what I did
All
years
right.
ago.
Yeah, and then just go through it, just make sure you keep everything, make sure you have their contract, just all the supporting documents, because if you don't have a contract, then kiss that goodbye.
All right.
Yeah, which I was looking at one going,
Yeah.
So just
All
make
right.
make sure you have all the paperwork and everything like that.
All right. New business competitive, U9 boys competitive team. Gonna probably add one, with, Coach Capella. And what we did was we kind of just, looked at the, kids in the rec program and, just put together like a little all-star type of situation, let them run around, let them get a little, experience playing at a higher level. And if something comes of this at the end of the year at tryouts, we then already have an existing team set up.
So they're doing, it's a competitive team.
Yes,
So they're
is
not
it
playing
a-
rec.
correct.
Okay.
Do I need to,
So it's a half-year charge, like we're gonna do the half the year, and then they obviously are gonna have to buy the uniforms as
Well,
well.
what we're gonna do on the uniform thing is, Sue has reached out to our uniform vendor, and they've put a package together, it's a little over $20, where it's like a T-shirt type of situation with a logo and numbers, just something where they can represent the club with the
Okay.
proper uniform and that.
So what are they doing, tournaments or?
Tournaments, we'll put them in the Palm Beach League late season,
So
and
do I
they'll
need to-
probably get about 2 or 3 tournaments in there.
do I need to contact Diego to check it out at practice?
Yeah, he's, I believe, Tuesday, Thursdays. Yeah.
Everybody
I don't know.
Tuesday, Thursday,
Everybody.
man.
I don't know.
Well, he's the last guy. We can tell him Monday, Wednesday. I mean,
No,
Yeah,
listen,
but
you
for
need to
him-
see, it's everybody Tuesday,
I
Thursday.
understand that. but
Everybody.
He's the last guy to the party.
Do you know how many are on the team? Like, is it already in Got Soccer, is all that
No,
set?
we're currently,
You're still-
actually tonight, they're accepting paperwork and they're
I see.
collecting paperwork to see if we can do this.
Who's the manager for that, or is that
Most
decided?
likely it'll be Megan Hermanson. I'm not sure if, Megan, you know Megan.
I know her.
I'm not sure if she's gonna be the official manager, but she's at least helping out right now, just helping gather things up and organizing.
Can you send me the information?
But once it gets set up, and I haven't really said anything about it, because again, until it's actually created.
I just wanna be sure I add in, in the practice schedule.
All right. All right, now here's the big thing. Here's the big topic.
Problem.
For next season moving forward, competitive program, our registration fee. I have done everything from beg to whatever for additional coaching stipend monies that could be utilized to bring additional coaches in here and to train and retain the coaches that we have over here. And as a way of doing that, I think after, this is 6 or 7 years, probably at the same price. No, because we did bump it up.
How many years have you been treasurer? Is this your third?
Something like that, I think so.
So and I think it was my last year as treasurer.
Right.
So this is like year 4.
Well, I am proposing an increase in our competitive program registration fee, which is currently $1,000. And I am looking for, and I'm going to suggest at least $1,200.
So a 20% increase.
20% increase, and now we're hearing the registration fees are going up, so unfortunately, that's even a cut into what I was hoping to have even additional surplus. Is gonna get chopped up a little bit more on that. But hopefully, if that's something that everybody agrees on, I'd like to go ahead and propose it, so then I can start working on contracts for the new season, registration paperwork for the new, I had learned something this weekend, and Shanoy, you might be familiar with this, and this was absolutely mind-blowing. We had our U16 boys team, we had a friendly this past weekend against Treasure Coast, and talking to one of the parents over there, and the registration fee to play at Treasure Coast United, $2,600. $2,600, that doesn't include any referee fees,
Any tournament.
that doesn't include any league fees, nothing. It's à la carte, $2,600 plus uniforms and everything else. And I'm thinking to
I'm retired,
myself, my goodness, yeah, but you're talking about a program over there. It's not a very big program. And the fact that they are able to get that, like, I mean, without much to offer, that's, I don't feel bad at all for the 1,200. In fact, we're still so far down on the scale, compared to other programs. Yeah, but now it's time, if we'd like to continue in that direction so that the program is able to become a little bit more financially secure, we have to be able to retain the coaches that I bring in. And again, with a stipend, we will continue to, it's getting close to that line now, but it's still a stipend at the end of the day.
Okay,
So-
I'd like to make a motion that we raise the club fees for the competitive portion of the program for the 2019-2020 season to $1,200.
I second that.
All in favor?
Yes.
Alrighty, accept and approve that the registration fee for the upcoming 2019-2020 competitive program will be increased
To $1,200.
to $1,200. The only regret that I have in doing it now is the fact that we're doing it on a new uniform year, which means they're gonna also get hit with the 150 in addition to it.
I was just gonna ask you, we're gonna keep 150, or we're gonna increase that too?
Yeah, the 150 is working out. I mean, what we're getting now for 150 and what we used to get for 150, I mean, it's,
That mean-
wow, the money that was just lost.
Can we keep the uniform for 1 year? One extra
We-
year?
No, the current one's not.
No?
It's not, it's just not, let's see, every 2 years and just see,
Well,
everybody
it
has
is
a
what it
fresh
is.
uniform.
You go to Publix, everything went up from last year. I mean,
you know.
the only thing that's gone down is gas, you know what I mean? So it is what it is. If you want to
Alrighty.
remain a club, I'm sorry, if you want to remain a club doing this, then that's what has to be done. I mean, I'd like to have it for free for everybody, but that's just not real.
All right, so we will, all right, so that's that.
Motion to adjourn.
And then just another thing, again, the Seminole closure is gonna be till the end of February, to the end of, or to the beginning of March, somewhere in that area.
Are those fields that we use for conditioning available?
Are they available?
One right here.
Ewing?
I'm sure they would
Like if we
be.
needed to put competitive teams to practice over there, just for
I'm
the
sure that,
meantime?
I'm sure we'd be able to use Ewing if we needed, on an emergency basis for, like, practice purposes or something.
We could even start, when we start in the end of February, have the U6s and U8s go over there at 5:30 while the sun's still up. They could go over there and get an hour, 45-minute to an hour practice in. And that would just take some of the pressure off of cats while, we're kind of in a stuck situation.
I was almost thinking the two younger competitive teams.
Maybe them too. I mean, there's a lot of field space over, I mean,
Where?
at Ewing, right over here.
Right behind us here.
But there's no lights, so they're gonna be done fairly early. I mean, it's a month from now.
All right. Mikey, did you want to add anything, or discuss last night's game, or?
No, let's ask, no, can we ask him for like a, the school, Royal Palm Beach School,
Mhm.
because they have fields and they have lights.
Mhm.
Can we practice there in the meantime?
We can, I try not to do that, though, because they have their own issues over there. We're actually hosting the district playoffs there in
No,
2
no, no, no,
weeks.
No, on their backfields, he's talking about.
The backfield's a mess.
No, I'm talking about the elementary in Okeechobee,
Oh, Palm Beach Elementary School.
Royal.
Royal Palm Beach Elementary School.
Oh, going up the other way.
Yeah,
There's some kind of reciprocity thing, isn't there, where they?
Royal Palm Beach Elementary, I think there's another league that already had issues, and they're sending a group over there, but I'm not certain which nights, because that's being coordinated through Steve, but I can find out.
All right.
I don't know if it's a solution. I know they play games over there Sunday night. So they have that.
When would you want to use it?
Tuesday, Thursday.
Beggars really can't be choosers
Tuesday,
at this
Thursday.
point. Yeah, Tuesday, Thursdays, definitely.
Tuesday, Thursday?
Yeah, that would be the most ideal nights.
And the times?
6 o'clock to
Right?
9.
The elementary school has lights?
I play Sunday nights over there.
Cool.
You know where you have the baseball field, right?
Yeah.
Right there.
Okay. We good? Motion to adjourn at 7:10.
I
second that.
second.
All righty, we're adjourned.